Paige Morell goes to the bench, the only change from the team that lost by 40 at Townsville last Saturday. So from the nation's capital, we get underway as round 7 of the WNBL continues. A chance here for the Lynx to open scoring. 60 seconds play. Hanshu at the elbow, guarded by Akuso. Chibatoni lobs the ball down low, and Hanshu has an immediate impact. Wanted Maley, the pass just deflected. Good pressure from the Caps here, but Hanshu fires, and she's got the first 4 of the game. Recycled opportunity here for the Caps, still looking for their first points. Whistle on the play as well as they get the bucket. Chance at a 3-point play. Maley, shot clock rolls to red numbers here. Chibatoni, tough shot. Well, it is a great finish there. So the Lynx puts it on the deck, works to an opening, fires. A nice finish from her as well.
The Canberra Capitals are so lethal when they're out in transition. So if more players can run and help, that can get them easy points on the board.
4 minutes played in this opening quarter. Here's Melbourne again. That's a better pass. Poch, they share it around. Munga gets a look and knocks down the 3. Will help the offense. Inside Shu, splits halves. She's big, she's strong, and she's accurate as well. She adds another 2 to her tally.
What every team will say, that they're going to be physical against her, but she's just got such a beautiful shot and turnaround that, as we see, great finish there from Poch.
Wilson hands over to Maley. Outside shot comes now, and it's all the bottom of the net as well.
And we know Steph Gorman.
Scoring with it here, Wilson. It's on the deck, goes on with the dribble. Tough shot, well done Poch again. Has to deny them an easy finish, but the outside shot tumbles. 2.5 to play in this opening quarter. Wilson this works beyond the foul line, fires. Nice finish from her as well. She's now up to 4 in the game. When her shot isn't dropping, we know it'll come back. It's Brancatisano from outside. They need a bucket, and they get a timely one there. Just the second 3 of the game.
And she just brings a spark off the bench. She's the Energizer Bunny and really changes the game. But we see Chibatoni and Hanshu get other opportunities at the rim. So that's really kept them in the game with that hustle play.
Munga elevates, and she comes up with a bucket. Wilson. Skip pass, finds Atwell ready to go. Good defensive pressure. Well done, Akuso. A 4-on-3 fast break if they can try and make something of it. But Wilson held up. Here's Atwell. Well done, Clark, to stay in front of her. Forces the outside shot, but she's good enough to knock it down. Atwell with the 3. Top 10 in the competition and leads this team in knocking down 3s. 16, not at her usual high clip, mid-30s, but she's getting better, and that's important out of the timeout.
She's going to be a little bit rusty. She's coming back into the lineup. She'll find her feet and she'll get going.
First score in the game for Akuso. And here's a chance for them to add to the tally as Jade Melbourne gets involved and comes up with her first points in the game. 3 and a bit minutes played, term number 2, the first of our double headers. A little later we head north. Townsville against Southside Melbourne Flyers. And an easy bucket there for Ali Wilson, who adds to her tally. So hard to guard. Here's Clark. Oh, that's nice. It's after the rebound. Wants to play up tempo here at the moment. Looking to catch the Lynx snapping. They get the outside shot and they knock down another Nicole Munga by Yamaya Morris. So a chance for them to expand the margin. Oh, the shot there from Atwell. Normally we'd say it was a bad shot, but it's all the bottom of the net. Terrific finish there from Amy Atwell. And again, that margin just balloons out to double digits. Akuso did a good job there. Went back to the left hand against Yamaya Morris and came up with the 2.
You saw her yell out after that score. That meant a lot to her, and she was happy with that. But then we see, again, Chibatoni.
Blackwell shut down. Well done, Akuso. Got out there quickly, closed her down, and now at the other end, against the undersized Chibatoni, helps herself to 2 more. Itzards fires baseline. Get it to work. Oh, well done there. Morell kept it alive against multiple opponents and goes back to work for the finish. Keep working hard. Look for a high percentage play. Melbourne picks up the dribble inside. Morell goes to work on Hanshu and held her off and came up with a finish as well.
And she changed hands mid-shot Rachel. Went up with her right and saw, nope, went with the left. But Hanju.
So the Cats with a possession arrow as we get underway. Term number 3, the first of our double headers. Townsville, Southside Melbourne Flyers still to come. And that's an excellent way to start the second half as Munga adds to her tally.
Hey, and the girls executed it perfectly. You couldn't ask much more than that on a first play.
So Atwell picks up the dribble. Hanshu goes back in that direction. She works at the baseline, Atwell. She's full of aggression at the moment and adds to her tally. Now up to 12 in the game.
Next home game when she's there.
Well, here's Akuso at the other end, coming up with the 2 much-needed points for Canberra. Southside Melbourne Flyers, more than 2,000 tickets already sold. The Chinese community in Perth getting right behind it and want to get and see Han Shu, and you should as well. The biggest crowd of the season was just over 2,100 against Sydney in round 2, and that number's going to be eclipsed, I would think, next Friday night as Jade Melbourne gets in and adds another 2. Keep this margin within touching distance. Potch, given some latitude, goes to Akuso. They invited to fire the 3 ball, and she says, I will, and I'll knock it down. Wilson used to be okay. An ambitious pass. Potch read it nicely, but then gave it back to her. So Wilson now. A 3-on-2 fast break. Danger players got the 3 ball, and Atwell knocks down another.
A brutal sort of couple of plays there for Canberra. They got that great steal, but Potch just, you know, panicked a little bit and gave it straight back to them. Making great decisions in the key and taking her shot when it's there.
Averaging 7 points, 7 rebounds, top 10 in the league in the board count. And that's a nice finish as well from Maley. Just 2 to halftime. And she adds another bucket there, but the margin is 12. That's with some work to do, and that will help as Jade Melbourne from close range takes her tally to 6. Maley outside, that's off the mark. Nice had a piece of it, couldn't control it. Blitzarv's running, Clark ahead of her. Potch joining in now. She goes solo, it was a good option.
That's for sure.
So Blitzarv's first score since quarter time. Off glass, unable to convert. The Caps at arm's length at the moment. Morell takes on Morris, gets it done, draws a foul, aggressive work, and she's rewarded, and she likes it. Poke their noses in front. Tan Shu. She's been selective in the shots that she's taken, and that's why she continues to be perfect from the field.
We've seen absolutely everything so far, and it's just brilliant for the league to have her here, but slightly scary for the rest of the teams in the league, isn't it?
She can attack the rim, but I'd like them to run a special set for her.
Han Shu eventually had to miss. Took until halfway through the third, and how about the finish? It's cleaned up by Chibatoni. Sustained offense is what they need at the moment as Potch hands over. Clark fires over the top of Han Shu and gets it done. Nice finish.
When she's down there, she is impossible to stop.
Now, it's going to be a problem that every team's going to have to wrestle with now. Han Shu has hit Australia. Catasano rushes forward, bounce pass, swing it around. Munga running, hook shot, nice finish from her. She's up to an even dozen. We've had the opportunity to see it up close and personal during the World Cup and the Asia Cup as well, where she led scoring. And that's active hands, well read. High IQ player, Ali Wilson, and they'll make you pay the Lynx as they add another 2.
Good luck to Aja. She's going to be awesome.
Former winner, the Queensland Coach of the Year. So Adelaide appear to have got a good one. And Han Shu from close range in a mismatch with Brancatisano there. Only a 23-game season, so this team's already above a third of the season behind them as Wilson just works to the top and casually knocks down the 3. The Lynx to come forward once more. So 80 points for the Lynx becomes a season high for them, and it's still growing, and so is the margin here.
Ooh,
Atwell peels off a 3.
That reminds me of NBA player James Harden step back. He created that in that league. But it's their defense, and I can see each week they are building on that side of the floor.
Here's Chibatoni, went on with the dribble, and why not when you can finish like that? Shot clock to single digits here, inside 2 minutes remaining on the clock in Canberra. Chibatoni goes on with it once more, outside, Fotu shut down. Good pressure there from Babongi.
Katie Sissoko back, and you know they'll just be so excited to just get a full squad and start to get some games into everyone.
For the young gun coming in.
Outside shot, tumbles again.
because, you know, back when we were going through school, we didn't really get those opportunities as much as those girls get now.
Well, Morris with a hook shot. That's a neat finish. But she hasn't been needed at the offensive end because they've been able to score points at will almost at times. And from close range, there's Satina Rakuso. So it's been an impressive display. The debut of Han Shu has helped the Perth Lynx to continue their dominance of the UC Capitals.